Welcome back. A new farm bill has not been passed on Capitol Hill yet, and that's leading to concerns about a possible dairy cliff where milk prices could skyrocket. But are those concerns premature? Kat Viglienzoni talked to Vermont's Deputy Agriculture Secretary to find out.
Well, the Farm Bill is definitely in limbo. The House passed a continuation, but the Senate hasn't. They've been working at the conference committee level, so the expectation is something will happen in January. So going into January with no Farm Bill. On the dairy side, it goes back to permanent law, which was back in the late 1930s, so that's quite a long time ago, and nobody's really dealt with this permanent law for a long time. So it provides a little bit of uncertainty of what's going to happen. There are a lot of discussions out there about a dairy cliff, and what does that all mean? The permanent law goes back to a support price for the price of milk that is based on parity, and there's estimates that it would be $40 a hundredweight to farmers, which is about $3.50 a gallon to farmers, but there's a lot of steps that have to take place before that price could be obtained.
One of the things we were seeing is that there were concerns about that dairy cliff that you mentioned, that prices for milk would skyrocket. Is that a realistic concern?
At this point, no. If they can get the Farm Bill done in January. The USDA Secretary of Agriculture, Vilsack, has made the statement that it would take his department at least the month of January, if not February, to get prepared for this permanent law and that pricing system.
Do you know what some of the points of contention are that are kind of holding this up?
One of the bigger points of contention on the Farm Bill overall has been the SNAP program, Supplemental Nutrition Program, and how much money will be put toward that. The House and Senate have very different numbers there. They both came out, the House and Senate came out with a different dairy provision, but it sounds like they're going with the Senate version, still a little bit up in the air. So there's a few sticking points, but I think the biggest one right now is the Supplemental Nutrition Program.
And that's food stamps, right?
Food stamps, yes.
Okay. And what are you guys hearing from Vermont dairy farmers? Are people kind of just waiting, or are they already coming to you if we're really concerned about this?
We haven't heard a lot of concerns. Everybody's becoming impatient of why can't we get the Farm Bill passed, so that's kind of across the board. There's a very different dairy program in the Farm Bill. So the new Farm Bill, when it gets passed, would have a insurance program for farmers that would look at the margin between their milk price and their feed costs, and they can insure that margin. It's kind of like your car. If you want more protection, you pay a little more premium. But that's very new to farmers. And how much do I need to do? What's important? So there's a lot of educational work that needs to be done. The other piece of the dairy provision is a dairy stabilization piece that will give farmers a very strong signal when there's too much milk. When there's too much milk on the market, the price goes down really quickly. And so it takes farmers a while to adjust to that price difference. This will provide, the new program will provide that signal sooner and help farmers decide to produce a little less milk and stabilize that price.
And the new Farm Bill compromise is expected in early January, and after it's proposed, it could be passed in a couple weeks.